Hello everyone, my name is Hailey. Hope that you're all doing well. Today is the day, the final video in the Walt Disney World Disney Parks Tour series. Today we're going to be exploring the Magic Kingdom. Now this video is probably going to be a little bit lengthy because there's so much to go through, but this video is going to be super helpful if you've never been to Disney World before, if you're planning on coming soon, it's been a while. This is going to refresh you on all of those restaurant options, store options, and attractions that I'll be describing throughout this video. It's also going to share a little bit of directional information as you find your way around the park. I feel that this is one of the most easy parks to navigate, along with Disney's Hollywood Studios, so hopefully this video helps you out when you're planning your vacation. If you have any questions, just be sure to ask cast members when you get here. That's what they're here for. I am a cast member and I love getting to answer questions as far as directions and things so people can have a great day and find their way to all of the wonderful things there are here. And with that to note, I do not speak for the brand or the company. This is just me sharing my tour, my tips of the Magic Kingdom. Now with all that said, I'll have all the other videos linked down below, but we want to jump into this tour because there's so much to cover. Now if you've watched the other tour videos, you know we start off always in the parking lot, and you may have noticed in every video that I've stated that the parking lot is attached to the park, and the only reason I brought that up in those videos is because Magic Kingdom is different than the other three. So the parking lot is actually quite a ways away, almost a mile away from the entrance to the Magic Kingdom, and you may be thinking, why? Well, it helps with, of course, the distant memories, the dreams you'll be entering, so it really takes you out of reality so you can explore that dream state, that Fantasyland, that tomorrow, wherever your dreams may take you. It kind of separates you from the world, which I love that. But some fun facts real quick as we get ready to head on in. This Magic Kingdom parking lot can actually fit Disneyland in California inside of it 3 times and still have a little bit of space, so that helps give you a little bit of size comparison if you're familiar with the Disneyland resort. So that just shows the scale of the parking lot alone. Now because the parking lot's so big, they did bring back trams here at the Magic Kingdom parking lot, so you can ride a tram up to what is called the Ticket and Transportation Center, also known as the TTC, which I'll probably be referring to in this video here, because the TTC is kind of a hub for transportation, and they can also help you with tickets there as well. Like if you need any sort of wheelchair parking, whenever you pull up to the Magic Kingdom little booth, whenever you are getting your like parking pass, when you pay for that, just let them know that you do need a wheelchair parking spot, so then that way they can direct you on where you need to go. Now the wheelchair parking is just going to be up here to the left, right by the Ticket and Transportation Center, so you don't need to do this kind of long walk. As I said, this massive parking lot behind me, so it's just going to be up here on the left hand side, so it's definitely a lot closer than where I'm at. So while it's still not attached to the front of the park, it's still closer to the transportation that you need to take to get over to the park. So right when you turn down that pathway, this is going to lead you under this little bridge here. See some trams coming down through to pick up people, take them back to their cars, or drop them off here at the Ticket and Transportation Center. Of course, straight ahead here there'll be signs telling you where to go, but off to the left is going to be the security screenings, as you have to do for all of the parks. So here at TTC you can get out of the way, so right when you get over to Magic Kingdom, you're all good to go. And the tram does drop right off in front of the security screenings. As you can see, it's turning around right over here, and they're just straight across. We're gonna go through there. Little bag check time. Now I made it through security directly behind me. We're going to continue on straight ahead. These are the ticket booths, so as it said, Ticket and Transportation Center. So these are going to be booths here where you can get assistance with your tickets. There are some more over at Magic Kingdom, but these desks are going to help you with a lot of things regarding reservations, adding tickets, getting tickets, all that fun stuff. But you just go straight through those booths, and it's going to lead you to here. So we just had tickets, now we have transportation. So the TTC is basically the hub of monorail stations. So there is a monorail that can take you directly to Epcot, and then there's a monorail that can take you directly to Magic Kingdom, and then there's also a resort monorail that goes to the resorts surrounding Magic Kingdom. So if you're at Magic Kingdom and you plan on park hopping to Epcot, you'll need to get on that Magic Kingdom monorail back to the Ticket and Transportation Center. Then once you get off here, you'll just jump over and get on the Epcot monorail and take it there. Or if you're coming from Epcot, you get on at that station I showed in that video. It'll bring bring you right to here, get on the Magic Kingdom monorail, and you're off. So this is just like a little hub center for kind of traveling, as it said, transportation. So you got Epcot monorail coming in, those guests coming over from Epcot. So you can always park your car here at Ticket and Transportation Center and start your day over at Epcot, and then just bring the monorail back. That way your car's already here at the end of the day. You don't need to jump back over to Epcot. That's just a little tip I like to give anyway. So this is going to be the monorail direct to Epcot. You can also get on the resort monorail. We'll also drop you at Magic Kingdom, just so you know. If you want to do a little resort hopping, take a break in your day, you can ride the resort monorail without staying at any of the resorts. Also listed here are going to be the operational hours, and the resort monorail goes to the Polynesian Resort, the Grand Floridian, and the Contemporary Resort. So if this line's looking a little long, you can always jump on the resort monorail. It does take a tad bit longer, but it will still get you to Magic Kingdom. So those are all the different monorail beams kind of coming out of this little port right here. To start off our day, we're actually going to get on the ferry boat, which is the other way you can get to Magic Kingdom from here. Also, before I completely leave the Ticket and Transportation Center, we just came from where all these guests are coming from, security right there. If you head straight towards those vending machines and then make a left around it, that's where you're going to pick up Uber and Lyft and any sort of drop-offs or pickups if you're picking up anyone here at Magic Kingdom. And there is signage up there, so know that all of that is right here near the parking lot. Is pickup and drop off for Uber is going to be here at the Ticket and Transportation Center. So once you leave Magic Kingdom, you can get on the monorail, get on the ferry boat, and come over to here. There's also restrooms here as well if you're just kind of hanging out. Also over here, there's a little Joffrey's coffee stand if you need to get your coffee on the way into the park day, get some donuts, all of that fun stuff. So coming into the park today, we are going to get on the Magic Kingdom ferry boat. Now, as I said, the Magic Kingdom is about a mile from the park, like parking lot to the park's about a mile. So we need to cross our lagoon here. This is known as Seven Seas Lagoon, and this is one of my favorite little reveals right here. You can see straight across, there's Cinderella Castle right there across the lagoon, which is so cool. So we're gonna come down here and get on the boat, which is gonna take us across the sea. We're gonna get to see lots of the surrounding Magic Kingdom resort hotels, which are so much fun. Alright, so I've just got off the boat and I made it to the front entrance of Magic Kingdom. Now I just want to note here, like this kind of little half shape kind of curve around the outside. So straight ahead there, that's going to be where you get on and off the monorail. So when you come out of the Magic Kingdom gates, to your right hand side is going to be monorail. Straight ahead is going to be resort launches. So if you want to take a boat to Grand Floridian or to like Wilderness Lodge, something like that, these are going to be your boat docks right here. Straight ahead is going to be the ferry boat dock. And then over to this far side, straight ahead the other direction, this is where you're going to get on and off Disney Resort buses. If you're staying in a Disney Resort hotel, it will drop you right over here at the front entrance. That's a good little perk. And there's security screening right over here when you get off the Disney bus. So this is going to be entrance and exit to the buses. So if you're coming out of the front gates, just stick to the left-hand side, and they have signs too that say resort buses and things like that. So now we're going to make our way here into the gates, of course. Over to the right-hand side, also right when you get off the bus, is going to be guest relations right outside. If you need help with anything getting into the park, it's going to be right over here to the right-hand side. They have lots of little touch points here right in the front. So we're going to go ahead and tap in using your phone, card, or Magic Band.
Missing ticket. No, they're free. No.
Thank you.
I guess they don't want to.
Alright, straight ahead here, we're going to find a little photo spot here right in front of the train station. Now it's also important to note that the train station, we do have a train here at Magic Kingdom. Unfortunately, it has not been running for a few years due to some construction going on, but know that here very soon there should be a train returning that will be passing through this front entrance to the park. So the Walt Disney World Railroad. Now also coming in here, you can enter or exit there on the left-hand side as well, but if you stick over here to the right, this is where you're going to find that guest relations spot we just looked at. This is going to be all of the wheelchair rentals and the locker rentals for the park, and that's going to be the same as we took a look at over at the other location. So you do not actually need to exit the park through the touch points, you just need to step right outside the gates of the train station. This is going to be the locker rentals for Magic Kingdom. So we're going to click here, and then this is going to be the sizing for the day along with the prices in case you wanted to know. So you do not need to fully exit the park again, it's just right here by the front gates, right outside of the train station entrance. So we're going to head on in, because when you do enter the train station here on the left-hand side, this is going to be where the stroller rentals are. Directly under the train station, this is where you're going to return and purchase your stroller rentals for the day. Up here you can see the pricing. $15 and $31. Right here they do have some waters, any little stroller accessories, but right here under the train station is where you're going to rent them. Also to note, right whenever you come in, there's some really cool attraction posters too, and there's also going to be guide maps. There's ones for guests with disabilities, English, and then many other languages as well. But we're going to make our way here onto our first land, known as Main Street USA. Now Main Street USA is very, very iconic to any Magic Kingdom theme park. This is themed after Walt's hometown of Marceline, Missouri at the turn of the century. So you're going to see lots of just old-timey, just beautiful little architecture and all of those fun things. Now we have this little hub area up here at the front, and I'm going to insert a little map right now just so you can see we're in this front center of Main Street. So I'm just going to step right over here. The train station is straight ahead of me. This is again right underneath where you're going to get that stroller rental, and also this is where you can normally board and exit the train. It's just going to be right here in this area, all these steps. Again, they're currently blocked off because the train is not currently running, but this is where you get on the train. Now also to note, with the train there are 2 other stops around Magic Kingdom. So when you get on the train here, it would take you either over to Frontierland or to Fantasyland. Those are the only stops here at Walt Disney World, and we're gonna take a look at those train stations once we get over there. So it does do one full loop around the Magic Kingdom park. So standing right here, right behind the train station, looking straight down Main Street, we're going to see that beautiful view of Cinderella Castle, which we'll slowly make our way towards. But first we need to explore Main Street USA. So straight ahead of me, of course, is the flagpole as well, kind of marking the center. Lots of great photo pass opportunities here in the front too. And we're going to start over here. As I've done with many of the parks, you start at the left and move your way over to the right-hand side. So right over here on this side, if you would have came through the train station, through that other little tunnel, led you out to this side. So it still leads you all to the same place. Straight ahead of me, this is going to be the Chamber of Commerce. If you're attending any of the Mickey Halloween or Christmas parties, this is going to be one of the allergy pickup locations. Right outside is going to be a little popcorn cart and little ice cream stand. And then right next to that is going to be City Hall. If you need any sort of help with guest relations inside of the park, this is going to be your best bet. This is a huge guest relations location, is right here in City Hall. If you need help with anything, have any questions, complaints, anything like that is going to be reported here to City Hall. Also, if you lose any items, you're going to go to guest relations as well. This is where all lost and found is going to be returned to. Something else to note as we make our way into the park, if you stop off at guest relations or at any store and you're celebrating a birthday and anniversary, if you're just celebrating something, you can get a free button that you can wear here on your visit, so cast members can give you a little shout out throughout your day. Also straight over here we have some restrooms right next to City Hall, and then we have the fire station. You can go in and check out some of the Dalmatians and some patches that have been donated from different firehouses all over the country. It's so cool in there just to get a little bit of AC and just check out some cool little history and decorations. Now straight ahead you're going to see the car barn, and that is going to be where the trolley and horses come out and make their way down Main Street, and that's something that you can ride on usually in the mornings here at Magic Kingdom, but that's something you can view on the My Disney Experience app. Just as I had mentioned in other videos, I definitely recommend getting the My Disney Experience app. Specifically prior to your visit, I'm going to insert a little screen recording over here so you can see my screen, but on this app you can view wait times, attractions, characters, dining, entertainment, restrooms. You can see where photo pass locations are, you can find guest services, shops, and even transportation. One of my absolute favorite things to point out here on this app, right now you can see we're on Main Street, but if I was trying to get over to the laugh floor in Tomorrowland, I could just click on it and it says it's a 5-minute walk, and it will give me directions on how to get there. So this will really help you out here on your journeys through the Walt Disney World parks. Also, I'm going to insert the map once again because right next to the car barn, that's where the parade will end. There is a daytime parade called Festival of Fantasy, and there are also some cavalcades you can spot throughout the day, and you can view the times of those on the My Disney Experience app or ask a cast member when you get here in case those times do change. But this is going to be where the parade kind of disappears back behind stage there. So this is going to be one of the viewing spots. So I'm going to insert the map here again. This is the parade route. It starts all the way by Splash Mountain, and I'll let you know where that is once we get over in that area, and it's going to make its way all the way down Main Street. So if you're looking to spot a parade, this is going to be the route you want to join on. I personally recommend, if you're on Main Street at all, you're going to be guaranteed to see it. That's going to that is going to be where you're going to see a lot of the different entertainment. Now straight ahead of me is going to be the Emporium. This is going to be the biggest store here at Magic Kingdom that has just about everything you may need, and then that is going to lead us straight down to the castle. But we're going to finish up here in the hub area. Again, the train station is right over here to my right hand side, right where this area we came in. Stroller rentals right under here. Straight ahead here is going to be a little store called Curtain Call over here on the right hand side, and that is going to be where you're going to find a lot of Mickey and Minnie ears. And if you'd like to get your ears embroidered at all with your name on them or something special written on them, this is where you're going to do it. Right here at Curtain Call, that's where you're going to find lots of ears, and you can get them specially customized. Also in this location known as Town Square Theater, this is going to be where you can purchase your photo pass pictures. If you want to wait till the end of your trip and purchase all your pictures at once, you can do that here. You can get them printed here. All of that fun stuff is just right in here on the right hand side. If you go in and continue straight, that's where you can meet Mickey and Minnie, and there's also special character meet and greets in there too. So just check the app, check the signs whenever you get in here and see who's meeting for the day, but this is going to be where you can meet Mickey here in Magic Kingdom. Also inside and out here on the left, this is going to be Tony's Town Square restaurant. If you're a fan of Lady and the Tramp, I highly recommend checking out this restaurant. It's all Lady and the Tramp themed. You can get spaghetti and meatballs, all the classic things from the movies. That's an Italian restaurant here that you would need a reservation for. So now that we finished up here in the front area, we're going to head right over here and look directly down Main Street, USA. So I know this area is going to get a little bit confusing. I'm going to insert the map as needed just to showcase where all of these locations are, because we are going to take a little peek inside of some of these buildings here, but no, they are all accessed on this Main Street area. This is the only entrance, only exit to the Magic Kingdom theme park. If for some reason you're lost, need to leave, as long as you're on Main Street, you're in the right place as far as entrance, exit, guest relations, any of that fun stuff. So again, over here to my left hand side is going to be the Emporium, that really big store, and that goes all the way down Main Street until the very corner. Over here on my right hand side, we're going to find the confectionery, the cinema, which sells any new collection that's being released. So right now they have 50th anniversary merchandise. There's also a crystal art store, a jewelry store, a Starbucks, and an ice cream parlor, all on the right hand side. So we're going to take a look at those. Of course, I'm going to start on the left and we're going to go over to the right. So here in the Emporium, if you're looking for any sort of item, you may have probably your best luck finding it here. If not here, they may be able to direct you where else you could pick it up. Inside of here, again, is one massive store. So all the way here at the end, we have toys. As you make your way down, there's going to be seasonal merchandise, home decor, all of those things. I could not do a full tour of this store because it's always crazy, always busy, because they have so much stuff, and it keeps going all the way down the street. So if I were to step back on the street here, you can see many entrances all the way down. So this is still the Emporium all the way down. You can see little items on the outside. And this store is usually open up until an hour after the park closes. So if you don't wait and buy all your souvenirs at the end, just come up right as you're exiting to pick up any of those items. So this is all still the Emporium. All still the Emporium. All the way down the street. We made it halfway down the street now. Still all the Emporium. They have huge t-shirt selections in there. The pin section isn't that big, but they do have ears, they have kids' clothes, all sorts of things here in the Emporium. And as I said, I'm going all the way down to the left side here. We're gonna approach the quick service restaurant here on Main Street, USA, and that is going to be known as Casey's Corner. Casey's Corner is themed to kind of old-time, like baseball classics, and here you're going to find all different types of hot dogs. They are particularly known for their corn dog nuggets, and they're also known for their piano player, which plays outside throughout the day. They're so talented, and it's so very cool. So straight ahead here you can see just lots of seating and stuff for Casey's. It's all outside. You just go in or you mobile order, pick up your food, and then bring it out here to enjoy. So this is going to be the end of the left hand side of Main Street. It's just Casey's and the Emporium. Alright, I'm back down at the front. Straight ahead there you can see the train station. If I turn right down the street, you're going to see the castle. Again, all on this left hand side, that's the Emporium and Casey's Corner. Straight across the way, if you head over to your right hand side, this is going to be the confectionery. If you're looking for any desserts, any specialty treats to take home with you, this is where you're going to find it. You can enter this store throughout any of these doors here around the corner. And and we'll take a little peek in. I love the smell in here, so good. Look at all this candy. Oh my gosh, and they have specialty, look at this wall of M&Ms, all these special candied popcorns and caramel apples. They have specialty little slushies over there. All these counters of goods. So wonderful. And all of these stores are also connected as well. They're very connected to confectionery. This is going to be the cinema. As I said, this is currently where they have all the 50th anniversary merchandise. So whatever the newest collection is, it's going to be in here. So this is where they have all of the Vault collection right now. And right next to the cinema is where you're going to find Uptown Jewelers. And this is where you can find any sort of Dooney and Burke's or Loungeflies, any sort of jewelry. They have a big Pandora section in here. It's gonna be all the more like higher end kind of accessory items. Right outside of Uptown Jewelers right here, this is like a little center street. They have this little area where you can get silhouette cutouts of your family. It's a really, really cool gift to take home with you. And then turning back down Main Street Castle, just straight ahead, there's just one more store here to go, and this is known as the Crystal Arts. This is a really, really cool store to go in and check out for any sort of like specialty items. You can see them blowing glass in here, making these special figurines. It's so cool. There's so many special pieces that you could take home with you. It's even just cool to come inside and look around. You can get little tiaras, crowns in here, little tea sets. It's so neat. There's so many breathtaking items, like this huge castle right here. Wow. Straight across the street there is still the Emporium. We're making our way down to the Main Street Bakery, and this is going to be the Starbucks location here for the Magic Kingdom. They have some specialty Mickey cinnamon rolls in there, which are pretty cute, but you can see the old Starbucks sign to match the date and time frame. But right in there is going to be that Starbucks location. I'm not going to head in there because it's a little busy, of course. So we've now made it to the end of Main Street. This is going to be Casey's, and straight ahead of me, this is going to be the ice cream parlor. If you're looking for some cute little Mickey ice cream, super busy in there right now. But this is where you're going to get it. They also have specialty treats in here too for the holiday season. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. All right, so this is the end of Main Street. Again, if you're looking for the entrance for the exit at nighttime, all these buildings are lit up with like bright little yellow lights like outlining the tops of the buildings. So as long as you find those and just head straight back down the opposite direction from the castle, you're gonna find your way out or you find your way in. As you can see right now, they have it decorated for the fall season, but they do decorate it all year round for different events and holidays and all that fun stuff. So we completed Main Street USA. I just also want to note over here for the ice cream parlor, there is a plaza restaurant. I'm not actually sure what they have in there. I've never actually eaten there before. So if you continue down this pathway, that's going to lead you towards Tomorrowland right here at these yellow umbrellas. Straight down Main Street again, entrance. We have Casey's. Straight across here, those red umbrellas we were just looking at, that's Casey's Dining. And we're gonna go from, again, the left to the right. But we're gonna finish out Main Street here and we're gonna go talk up in front of the castle. So straight ahead here, the reveal that many people wait for is that shot of Cinderella Castle. There's so many photo pass people here, lots of people getting pictures here on this end part of Main Street. Now this area is known as the Hub. Right now they're doing a little castle stage show and you can view the times of that stage show on the app. Every day it may change, but they also list them on a little board up there in front of the castle. So now right here outside of Casey's, we can see a blue umbrella. If you need any help with the disability access pass, lightning lanes, any sort of things like that, directions, find these blue umbrellas throughout the park. They're the ones that can help you with all of those things. Now right outside of Casey's here, you're gonna see a sign for first aid and baby care. We're gonna follow this pathway down. I'm gonna insert the little map here just so you can see roughly where we are at. So just straight back here, first aid, baby care, and then the bathrooms right next to Casey's Corner here at the end of Main Street. Now if I were to continue straight down this little intersection here, you're gonna see the Crystal Palace. This is where you can dine in with Winnie the Pooh and friends. This is character dining here at Magic Kingdom. You do need a reservation for this place and it's super cute. It's very beautiful and it is buffet style. Now as I stand here in this little intersection, I'm going to talk about fireworks for a moment and I'm going to insert the map here while I do that. So they do leave many of these pathways open for fireworks just in case you need to exit quickly. This little pathway I'm looking at right now. But as I continue right up here, you can see my little dot on the screen of where I'm currently standing. Right over here on the right-hand side in this little hub grass, this is gonna be seating for VIP tours. And this hub grass, if that is something that you are doing, and if I just continue straight over here, this is going to be the disability access seating for the fireworks show is going to be in this area right here. This area, and then directly on the other side of the street, there's another area for disability seating. Now they do start filling up these areas around 7:30-ish. So if you're looking to get a seat for those, these do fill up quickly, and when they're full, they cannot let anybody else in. So if that's something you really want to do, I'd make sure that you account time to come and get a spot here if that pertains to you. Now that the castle is directly behind me, as I said, Magic Kingdom I feel is very easy to navigate, although I've been here many times, but just the way that it is laid out. It's laid out to be simple. So I'm gonna insert a map right here. What you have here at Magic Kingdom is a straight line and a circle. This is known as the hub and spoke design here at Magic Kingdom. So as long as you're in this big circle area, you're in the center of the park. And when you're in the center of the park, you can go any 4 ways. You can head towards Adventure and Frontierland, towards Liberty Square, towards Fantasyland, or towards Tomorrowland. So if you feel lost at any point in whatever land you are in, come back to the hub. It's like your reset. Come back to the hub, this center area. We have the Walt and Mickey statue straight here in the center, which is iconic to all Magic Kingdom theme parks around the world. So as long as you come up here to this front area, this is kind of where you reset. This is just one big circle, and there are little bridges that lead to all of the surrounding lands. There are also 2 little bridges that lead up through the castle and around the sides of the castle that lead you back to Fantasyland. So here those are highlighted on the map. So as far as other entertainment in this area, as I said, the parade does come around here and go all the way down Main Street directly behind me. But also if you're looking to watch the fireworks, of course the fireworks are at nighttime. They're usually around 9 o'clock, but I would definitely check into the My Disney Experience app or ask a Casper what time they are the night you are here, because sometimes they will change it by a few minutes if necessary, so just be sure to keep an eye out for that. If you're here whenever it's raining, know that they will still do the fireworks if it is raining. If there's lightning in the area, they'll make an announcement that the fireworks are delayed and that they'll just be going off at a later time, so just note that. And as I said earlier, people do start getting spots for the fireworks. For example, because they're at 9 o'clock, people start getting spots around 7:30, so just know that when you come up here, if you come up here like 8:55 to watch the fireworks, it is going to be a little tight to find a spot for sure, because you need to be inside of taped areas. But for the fireworks, you can stand on the street to watch them as well. The parades, of course, you need to be on the sidewalk for. So that's about it as far as entertainment up in this area. Of course, there's that Mickey's show right on the stage there too, and it's lots of fun. Of course, it's absolutely beautiful. We love this area. Now, as I said, I'm going to be making my way around Magic Kingdom from the left all the way around to the right. So we're going to be following this outer circle surrounding the hub, going all the way around. And I'll be pointing out whenever the pathways lead you back to this center point, and I'll insert the map just so you can see kind of how that leads you straight back to this center area. So as long as you're in this center area, you can really go any direction. This is kind of a good pass-through point. It's the hub of the park. So all around the hub here, you're going to see these little like light posts. All of the light posts indicate where there's a little pathway. So if you ever get kind of lost, you can always find those little light posts. I know right now they have some decorations on them, so you can always spot those to head back. So this first one on the left-hand side is going to lead us straight back towards Main Street near Casey's, where Baby Care, First Aid, and Crystal Palace is. But we're going to head up here to the next one. If we head up to this next light post here, it's going to have a little sign on it that states Adventureland and Caribbean Plaza, just so you kind of know which way you're going if you have a little guide map. So we are going to turn here and head straight. We're gonna lead into Adventureland. Now also there's more of these like little circle kind of intersection areas, because you can follow all the way around the circle. To the right hand side, this is where you're gonna find Mickey pretzels and churros. There's also one directly across. It looks exactly the same, but that one has popcorn. Just so if you're looking to get a snack for the fireworks, this is pretzels, churros on the left-hand side of the castle. On the right-hand side is going to be popcorn. That's something I wish I had to tell people, just because it does get a little crowded during firework time. So there's some little tips for you if you're looking for a last-minute snack. Right over here on the left-hand side, you can see a bridge that leads over to Crystal Palace, where we just were, where First Aid and things are. But this is going to lead us straight here into the bridge that takes us to Adventureland. And of course, Adventureland is themed to kind of adventure, nature, all of those fun things. So once again, I'm going to insert the map here and highlight the pathway that Adventureland is. I'm going to be staying on the main pathway, but no, there are these little bridges that will connect the lands all about, just like so. Right outside of Adventureland, you're going to see the very popular spring roll cart. This is where you can get the cheeseburger spring roll. I know sometimes they have a pizza spring roll. So you can see the line is very long and is quite popular. You'll know when you're in the different lands based on the theming. So of course this is very adventure, very naturey, very exploration-like. As we enter into this land on the left-hand side, you're going to see a little stand that sells Minnie Mouse ears, hats, fans, water, all of those things in case you need them. Also to note here off to the right, I do not think I pointed out at any of the other parks, but this is where Club 33 is. It's like a special Disney like lounge that you need to pay a lot of money to get into. But here it is anyway. I just thought I'd point it out since we're passing it. Over here on the right-hand side, you're going to see Sunshine Tree Terrace. If you're a fan of Dole Whips, this is going to be a Dole Whip location for you. They have all different kinds. Again, you can view on the My Disney Experience app. Continuing on straight ahead to my right-hand side is going to be the Skipper Canteen. This is themed after the Jungle Cruise attraction. This has items such as different lamb chops, chicken, macaroni and cheese, very like specialty, like nature looking items. Very, very cool over here. To my left hand side is going to be the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. This is just a little walk-through path. You can climb up into the trees. You get a pretty cool view of Magic Kingdom, a different view of Magic Kingdom as you walk through these pretty tight pathways. It is just like you kind of go up a bunch of stairs and then come right back down. So if that's something that sounds kind of fun to you, there is that. Also over here on the right hand side, right next to the Skipper Canteen, you're going to see another blue umbrella. This is going to be if you need help with any of those extra things as far as Lightning Lane goes. To my right hand side, we're going to see a little sign that says restrooms. Now this is an important thing that I'll mention later when we get over into Frontierland. This is a little bridge that will connect the two. So just remember these restrooms right here. We'll talk about them again here in just a few moments. Also on the left hand side of the restrooms, you're going to see a sunglass hut. If you need some very fancy sunglasses, you can always pop in there and pick up some of those. We've now reached the hub area of Adventureland. We have a little circle, and right in the center we have the magic carpets of Aladdin. This is very similar to a Dumbo attraction. You just kind of spin around on the magic carpets, which is so much fun. If I stay over here to the left-hand side, that's going to lead us down to the world-famous Jungle Cruise Expedition. Right down this pathway on the left-hand side, you're going to see the entrance to the Jungle Cruise attraction featuring Lightning Lane and Standby. This is also the exit to attraction. If you've never ridden the world-famous Jungle Cruise before, I highly recommend taking a voyage. They do lots of fun puns and jokes throughout your journey. It is a boat ride attraction through some waters, and it can be a little dark at moments, but they do make some very fun jokes. It's just a classic here at the Magic Kingdom Park. Straight ahead of me again, this little circle here we have with the carpets. If I continue around straight, we're going to run into Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. This is one of two attractions here at Magic Kingdom featuring Walt Disney's name. This is just a little bird show featuring animatronic birds, and they'll sing songs above you. Know that there are some loud noises and it can be dark at times, and there are singing animatronics overhead. It's about a 10 to 15 minute long show. It's a good way to grab some AC and take a break and explore the wonderful beauties here of the Adventureland. If I continue around the circle, I'm just making one quick circle here around the carpets. Very, very busy today, as you can see. Straight ahead of me is going to be Aloha Isle and Refreshments, sponsored by Dole. So this is going to be your other place to get Dole Whips. Again, just be sure to check the app when coming here, or look at the menu signs before you jump in line to be sure that the item that you want is at this particular location, because as you can see, they're very busy. The lines can be very long, so just you're not standing in line for something that is not what you wanted. Also over here on the left, this is going to be the exit to the Enchanted Tiki Room, which you enter just right over there at this little tower peak. Straight ahead here is also going to be another little bypass to Frontierland, so do not forget this. We're going to acknowledge these little overhangs in just a moment. Over here we're going to have some meet and greets and things. And we're also going to have the entrance and exit right behind me to the magic carpets with Aladdin. So I've just made a full circle here around the carpets. You'll notice off here to my left as we transition over into the Caribbean, you're going to see a little popcorn and ice cream stand, little cotton candy, all that fun stuff, as well as stroller parking for all of these attractions is going to be on this little pathway right here. Now there you can see straight ahead, it kind of transitions into Caribbean architecture. This is going to be the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction if you're a fan of that movie series, and if you're not, it's still very easy to follow the story through Captain Jack Sparrow's kind of hiding from the rest of the pirate crews in order to get the treasure. This is a boat ride. It is dark and there is a drop in the dark. Know that you also may get a little bit wet on this one as well. You'll find some PhotoFast photographers out here, some more meet and greets at times. And this is just kind of another little hub area for Pirates of the Caribbean. Over on my right hand side, this is going to be Tortuga Tavern. This is where you're going to find some almost like pulled pork, kind of like barbecue chicken sort of things, and they do have kind of interesting hours. So if you're planning on eating here, I definitely make sure to check the times. They normally serve here during the day and not so much at the night time. Over here on my left, just past the Pirates of the Caribbean sign, we're going to see this little store called Plaza del Sol Caribbean? I'm not sure how to read that, but this is going to be the exit to the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction, and this is a really big Adventureland store. You're going to find lots of Tiki Room items, Jungle Cruise items, and Pirates of the Caribbean items in here. If you're looking for pirate swords or any sort of things like that, they'll be in here too. Oh my goodness, it is so busy today. There's also restrooms right inside here as well. Now coming right out of the store, we just came from this direction. Straight ahead of me is Tortuga Tavern and the entrance to Pirates of the Caribbean on my right hand side. I'm now underneath this overhang that says Passage to Frontierland. In here you're also going to spot some special crystal items if you'd like to purchase those. They also sell those same items on Main Street USA. And we're going to go underneath this overhang, and we've now entered Frontierland. So I'm going to insert again the map. We highlight where we just came from, where we've just been. We've covered quite a few attractions recently. Over here to the left, we're going to find more restrooms along with a little service dog relief area. There is another one of those on Main Street USA too, and you can view those on the Disney guide map. So we have some restrooms right over here, and straight ahead, now that we are in the Frontierland, we are going to spot here what is known as a Pirate's Adventure. I've mentioned this with all of the other Disney parks. There's normally a free little scavenger hunt that you can do. This one does have operational hours, so just be sure to check in here at a certain time if you do want to do this scavenger hunt. You get a pirate's map and you get to explore Adventureland. You get to unlock certain things. Some things may move or interact with you, which is very, very cool. So this is the free kind of scavenger hunt you can do here at the Magic Kingdom Park. Now continuing down this pathway, straight ahead on my left hand side is going to be Golden Oak Outpost. If you're interested in some chicken nuggets, this is going to be the spot to do that. They also have some other quick little grab and go items, and they do have certain operational hours too, which I'd be sure to check in on if you're looking to eat there. Over here on my right hand side, this is going to be Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn. This is a very, very big quick service. It's been on my right hand side this whole time. It's directly connected to Tortuga Tavern, and there is indoor and outdoor seating. This is going to be Tex-Mex style food. So you got burgers, churros, burritos, all those kind of things in here, like nachos, taco, all that stuff is gonna be Tex-Mex items. And this is gonna loop all the way around Frontierland. Continuing straight here, I asked you to remember that little parade location. This is where the parades and or cavalcades start at. Right over here, Splash Mountain is straight ahead of me, and this is where they come out of, and then they go all the way down Main Street to where that car barn was. Now I'm going to insert the little map once again. I'm trying to be as helpful as I can here. We made it to another little intersection. I'm going to continue straight here past the Splash Mountain attraction. Now if you're looking to cool off a little bit on your day here at Magic Kingdom, this is one of 3 mountains that you can explore. No, this one that you will get absolutely wet on 100% as you go down this big drop. Whoa! This is called Splash Mountain, but later at the end of 2024, this will be turning into Tiana's Bayou Adventure, so it'll be themed to Princess and the Frog. So if you are coming within the next few years or so, know that this ride may be under construction as they retheme it to Princess and the Frog. But as of right now, it's still operating as Splash Mountain for the time being. Continuing straight over this bridge here, we're going to run into the other mountain that you can explore here at the Magic Kingdom. Straight ahead is going to be the entrance and exit to the Big Thunder Mountain attraction. This is known as the wildest ride in the wilderness. This is a roller coaster attraction taking you through the hills and mountains of the Wild West. Lots of bends, lots of turns, and it is an outdoor roller coaster. So just know, depending on weather, these rides may be down until the weather passes. Now you can view if a ride is down by opening up the My Disney Experience app, and if there's no listed wait time, that means the ride is not currently operating. So before you hike it all the way across the park back here, you can just be sure to check on the app to make sure the ride's still operating, just to save you a little bit of time. Now if I turn around this corner, this is going to be a dead end, but this is where you're going to enter the Splash Mountain attraction. Over here to my right hand side is going to be the entrance to Big Thunder Mountain. You can see all the queues lined up, little popcorn stand. You may want to kind of get a little snack to wait in line. If I continue down these stairs all the way down here, this is going to be the Frontierland Railroad station. So this is the dead end right here, but this is where you would go to get on the railroad from Main Street or from Fantasyland. This is where you go to get back on the train to take you to any of those places. Also right down here is a kid's little tiny playground that's shaded, and there's also restrooms back there in addition to the entrance. So that's just a little Frontierland dead end, and here it is marked on the map. Now coming up right here, right across from Big Thunder Mountain, you're gonna see this little cabin kind of like hidden near the water here, and that is going to be a little boat dock where you can get on a raft over to the Tom Sawyer Island. So there's this little bridge walkway, and if I just follow this straight, it's gonna lead me right back over to Pecos Bill, which we will do in just a moment. But this is gonna be that little raft dock. You're gonna see some cast members over here, and you're gonna get on a raft. You can see some guests over there getting off at that little dock over there. That island is full of little bridges and walkways and hidden trails. It's basically just a big walking trail. There's no attractions over there, but there's some cool spots to take photos and just kind of go on your own little exploration through the jungle, basically. So that's another little cool thing you can do, is get on a raft, and know that that is not operating all day long. They only operate for certain hours. Now coming around the river, you're going to see a big river boat. This is known also as the Rivers of America. This boat, known as the Mark Twain, will make its way around a full circle. You can get some really great views of Magic Kingdom and just enjoy a nice cool ride on the boat. It's very fun. I'm gonna see if it blows a little horn here in a moment, but it just travels right here along the river. Nice relaxing, and I'm going to show you where you can get on that boat here as we make our way over towards Liberty Square. As I walk over towards Pecos, I'm going to insert where I am on the map right now. We have this like little hidden bridge pathways. If you choose to not ride Splash Mountain, standing on this bridge may be a good idea. You can watch the rest of your group come down. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. You can kind of get their reaction at the end because they are soaking wet. So much fun. It's a great way to cool off, especially on a day like today. Now this bridge does lead all the way over towards Liberty Square, where this boat is coming from. You can also see the castle back there. Again, if you're lost, just keep walking towards the castle. Straight ahead of me is going to be Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. You can enter it from all many sides. Straight up here, this is the area that we came from. There's Splash Mountain, that little bridge right over there. And if we continued straight here, this is all still Pecos Bill. So this is all just a quick service location. And all of that fun stuff. Straight across the way is going to be Westward Ho. This is where you can get a candy bacon on a stick, which is very popular. Also have some other little grab and go snacks and a little popcorn stand outside. One thing I wanted to be sure to mention, that any quick service location like Pecos Bill, or if you see a stand that is like a full building, know that inside of those you can get free cups of water. So you do not have to buy bottles of water. You can get free cups of ice water at any stands that are all inside like this one, or any quick service location. So this one, for example, a quick service location, you do not need to have a reservation to go in. You can just go in and order and sit wherever you'd like. Over here, right next to Pecos Bill, you're gonna see this sign that says exit only. This is going to be the exit to the Country Bear Jamboree show. So just passing Westward Ho, just passing this little churro and pretzel stand, we're gonna come upon, on my right-hand side, the Country Bear Jamboree. And up here, you may see some familiar faces. We got Liver Lips and Big Al up here. This is a classic Magic Kingdom attraction. This is just a little show inside. It's about 15 minutes with some singing bear animatronic friends. Maybe a little frightening for some younger ones, but it is a Magic Kingdom classic, and you'd enter just right outside here. Now, do you remember I said to don't forget about those little bridges, those little tunnels before? If I were to turn right through here, right in front of Country Bear Jamboree, should head, this is going to be the Dole Whip stand, along with Tiki Room, and then there's the carpets spinning around right there in the center. So this leads you directly over to Adventureland. Straight across from Country Bear Jamboree, this main pathway that I came down, that little bridge still continues right behind along the river. We have a little store called Big Al's. You can get some Adventureland hats, some little cooling fans, or bubble wands if that sounds good to you. Straight ahead over there on the left, you're also going to see a guest experience umbrella. And over Over here on my right, you're gonna see a store known as the Frontierland Trading Post. And if you're a fan of Disney pins, you're gonna wanna come here. This is where you're gonna find any limited edition pins they have in the case, any sort of rare pins, but they have walls and walls of pins, and they also sell magic bands in here too. All right, so now I'm gonna face the pathway in which I came down. We have Frontierland Trading Post, and they do have a pin board in there as well. So this is gonna be your pin location for Magic Kingdom. We've got Country Bear Jamboree, we got Splash Mountain and Big Thunder Mountain over there straight ahead as well. So just a nice straight line here for Frontierland 2. Right over here on the right hand side, you're gonna see the little DVC location. If you want some DVC stickers, if you have any questions about DVC, you can visit them right here at this little cabin. Now continuing straight ahead, we're going to see Liberty Square. This is all themed to the original 13 colonies here of America. Now also, note, those restrooms I said to remember from Adventureland, gonna be straight ahead here. These same restrooms, if you go straight through here, that's gonna be Adventureland, that's going to be Jungle Cruise, Skipper Canteen, all of that fun stuff. It's a nice little shortcut there for you. Now over here on my right hand side, we're gonna see the Diamond Horseshoe. This is another place where you can get a reservation for. This is going to have items such as family style meals, so I got like turkey, pot roast, vegetables, stuffing, mac and cheese, toffee cake, and so it's family style. So it's like buffet style, but they just bring it over to your table. So that's over here at the Diamond Horseshoe. Right across the way there, that same bridge just keeps falling all the way down, as I said, all the way where that boat was coming from, straight down there. Frontierland, we got checked off. Here's the highlighted areas that we did explore, just kind of straight ahead there, marked with those attractions. Got another little popcorn cart, little water cart here as we continue straight ahead. Over here to my right hand side is going to be Liberty Tree Tavern. This is another place that you will need to get a reservation for. So here they are serving all day, and they also have that family style items like turkey, vegetables, all of those things. So it's kind of a connection here of Liberty Tree Tavern. So I'm going to do something a little bit crazy here. I'm going to pinpoint right now. Here I am on the map. I'm currently facing, this is Frontierland, this is Liberty Tree Tavern we just took a look at. There's another little popcorn stand, they got popcorn buckets, all of that fun stuff. We have that bridge that kind of journeys over to Frontierland. I'm now standing in the center of a Liberty Square. Straight ahead, you're gonna see Riverboat Landing. This is where you're gonna get on the Mark Twain riverboat and journey just a full circle, and it drops you right back off here. That's gonna be straight ahead. Over here we do have a replica of the Liberty Bell surrounded by the original 13 colony flags. And then turning around right behind me, this is going to be a direct bridge. This is going to be that next bridge that leads you right back up to where the castle is. So just remember this little hub area with the riverboat landing. We're going to come back over here in just a moment, but I am going to go all the way down back into the hub and enter Liberty Square from where the castle is, just because there's a few things I do need to note. Alright, so I'm starting at the entrance to Liberty Square. From that center hub area, straight ahead I can see the Walt and Mickey statue. If you follow the bridge with the bricks on it, this is going to lead you to Liberty Square, home to the Haunted Mansion and the riverboat. There you can see a nice little view of the castle. If you come down this bridge, so if you're looking at the castle, the front, and you go to the left-hand side, this little bridge right here, this is going to lead you to a pathway to Fantasyland. This is one of the little side pathways. Here it is also on the map. Just going to be straight ahead this way. Straight ahead here, if you continue straight onto the bridge on the right hand side, this is going to be Sleepy Hollow. This is one of the places inside the park. It's a quick service. You can just walk up to the window, order, and then find your own seat. This is where they're going to have Mickey waffles and different like kind of crepes and things, like specialty fruit waffles and all these things. This is where a lot of the holiday special items are sold as far as treats go. And then going straight ahead here, straight ahead, all the way in the back there, this little tower thing, that is going to be the riverboat landing. So this is just a nice little straight shot here. There's just this little connecting bridge to Fantasyland that I wanted to be sure to mention. Over here on the left hand side, this is going to be the Ye Old Christmas shop right across here from Sleepy Hollow Refreshments. And here, this is where you're going to find all of your Christmas ornaments and just very special items. There's also a pin board in there. Right behind me here we have the Christmas shop we just took a look in. We have Sleepy Hollow right there. There's that little pathway to Fantasyland, and then straight ahead there to the castle. Straight across the way here we have the Liberty Square ticket office. Again, if you need any help, questions, all that fun stuff. And if you need to trade in any allergy treats at any of the holiday parties, this is going to be the other place where you do that, right next to Sleepy Hollow. Now again, straight ahead here with the riverboat landing, we already looked at all the stuff on this side. Another fun thing to note here, all of these lanterns in this tree also represent all 13 original colonies. Anyway, straight across here we have the Hall of Presidents. This is going to be an animatronic show, kind of course talking about the history of America and all the different presidents they acknowledge in the attraction. Yes, there are all animatronics of each and every president we've had here in the United States. So it's a very educational experience that you can go in and enjoy. Again, a great way to get some AC, and it is a little bit of a longer presentation. Now just over here, right next to the riverboat landing, once again, we have the Liberty Square Market. This is where you're gonna get turkey legs. This is the spot to get turkey legs, pretzels, and hot dogs. And continuing straight over here again to the right, this is gonna be this little market. There's gonna be a little seating area outside, which is a great place to get a quick bite to eat. On the left-hand side, we're gonna have another little kind of DVC booth if you need any sort of help with any of those kind of things. Straight ahead here is going to be Columbia Harbor House on my right-hand side. This is going to be a quick service restaurant. Again, you can walk inside. They're going to have seafood, chicken, and sandwiches. It's all indoor seating and kind of just themed to kind of colonial America. It's like a little harbor house on the dock side here. Now straight ahead here, we're coming to another little merge point. This is going to be another little notable spot because it does contain pathways, but they all lead you to the same place. So there's going to be a pathway here. Straight ahead, this is going to be the entrance to Fantasyland, and right on the other side of this blue building is going to be another pathway that leads you directly back to the same spot. So we'll get to that in just a moment. But straight ahead of me here, this is going to be the Haunted Mansion attraction. The Haunted Mansion is a dark ride. You just sit in a little doom buggy and slowly move your way through the tour of the mansion. Know that it is dark inside, but it's really not so scary if you're bringing little ones on. Just know it will be dark. There are a little bit of flashing lights, and they just play kind of fun music as ghosts dance around and invite you into the haunted house, the Haunted Mansion. Very, very cool. And this is also where you exit the ride if you choose to opt out. You can always chill over here. We have another little ice cream stand. There's that pathway back to Fantasyland too. But I do want to acknowledge this blue building here. This is Memento Mori. If you're looking for any sort of Haunted Mansion exclusive merchandise, in this building is where you're gonna find it. Now directly behind me, this is the building with the Haunted Mansion store. This is that little bridge for Memento Mori, relics from the regions beyond. I love that. So right over here, this is Columbia Harbor House, that little restaurant over here. And then this is that other pathway right at the exit of Haunted Mansion. As I said, both paths would lead us up to here. We are now in Fantasyland. So I'm gonna put the little map so you can see the dot of where I'm currently standing. This is the edge of Fantasyland on the left-hand side of the park. This is known as the Tangled Bathrooms. This is the Tangled area of the park. So cute. There are, I believe, 18 hidden pascals throughout this area. I think I can see one over here I can show you. Actually, there's two right here in this area. Can you spot it? Right down there, Pascal, right there. And there's also another one right up there. Can you see them kind of blending in there? Really, really fun place. Again, if you do not want to ride the Haunted Mansion, maybe the rest of your group does, you can always come out here and try to find all the hidden pascals, or you can always stop up at the restroom. Some of these little stools and tables do have USB charging ports inside of them if needed. As we continue away straight up the path, you might be able to spot meet and greet with Peter Pan over here on the right hand side. But as I said, over here on the left, this is all gonna be Rapunzel themed. It looks so beautiful at night, but back in here are just restrooms if needed. Now we're going to be doing a little U, kind of half circle shape right behind the castle. As I said, that Peter Pan meet and greet was right behind me to the right hand side, and straight ahead is going to be It's a Small World. This is another classic Magic Kingdom attraction. It's a very, very calming, short little boat ride through all of the journeys through the world, because it is a small world after all. There are a bunch of little animatronic dolls singing their little anthems as you make their way around. It's really, really beautiful in there, very classic and great way to cool down and just enjoy some Magic Kingdom classics. As we continue straight over here, on my right-hand side is going to be Peter Pan's Flight. This is where you can journey into a flying pirate ship and fly over Neverland with Peter Pan and all of his friends as you explore the plots of the movie. This is a pretty quick moving dark ride attraction and is lots and lots of fun. Now continuing straight here, we're looking for that carousel. This is going to be another little center circle point that we're going to be referencing back to because it is directly behind the castle. Although one more thing to acknowledge here on my left hand side, this is going to be Pinocchio's Village House. This is going to be one of the locations where you can get pizza at Magic Kingdom. This is going to be a bunch of little flatbreads, excuse me, salads and chicken nuggets here in Pinocchio's Village House. This restaurant is also super cool because there is seating upstairs for wonderful views here of the carousel, but there's also seating inside that you can view inside of It's a Small World, so you can actually see the ride from inside of the restaurant, which I think is pretty cool. So that's what all the seating is right out here. Directly behind the castle now, there it is straight ahead, and we have the carousel. So we're going to be using this as a reference point as I make my way all the way around the little circle around the carousel before we explore more of Fantasyland. Heading towards the back of the castle, here on my right hand side is going to be Mickey's PhilharMagic. This is a 3D show. It's about, again, 10 to 15 minutes long, featuring Mickey and the symphony as Donald may be messing some things up for this concert appearance. It's a really, really fun show, and there are 4D effects, so you may get sprayed with water, may feel some wind, and there are some cool lighting effects in there too. And just to know as you make your way through. Heading here, we are just about at the back of the castle. On my right hand side, you're going to find Bippity Boppity Boutique. You will need to make a reservation for your little ones, little princesses, to get ready for the day. This is where you can also get knighted as well. Any little princesses or knights can get their dresses here, get their makeup done, their hair done, all of that stuff. So that's a whole separate purchase is going to be here at Bippity Boppity Boutique. Now coming right here behind Cinderella Castle. It's currently blocked off because they're going to be doing another stage show, but you can usually walk right through the castle at different points throughout the day. Just know if they are doing a stage show or during the fireworks, you cannot walk through the castle or down these side pathways. Now this side pathway is going to be that path that came right up from Sleepy Hollow, and I'm going to insert that on the map right here so you can see exactly where I'm standing in reference to that little bridge we looked at before. So inside the castle, there is no particular attraction. There are some really, really beautiful murals inside of there, and then over here to the left hand side is going to be Cinderella's Royal Table. This is going to be a princess meet and greet dining experience. It's going to be character dining as well, and they have breakfast and lunch, very like kind of standard options, but know that it is priced as character dining, so you can meet Cinderella and some other princesses here right inside the castle. It's so, so cool. Now turning around facing the carousel, if you were to walk through the castle, or if you were to come up any of these side pathways, don't forget that one. We're going to visit it here in just a few moments. Straight ahead is going to be that carousel. To the left hand side is going to be Small World, Peter Pan, towards Haunted Mansion, all towards that other half of the park. So we've officially completed the first left half side of the park. So about halfway done. We have just 2 more lands here to finish up. So over here on my right hand side, this is going to be a store called Sir Mickey's. This is where you're going to find lots of princess items. If you're looking for some princess dresses, some night outfits, any sort of costumes for kids. So as you can see in here, lots of like princess like toys, dolls, all sorts of things like that. This is also the exit for the Princess Fairy Tale Hall where you can meet the princesses, and I'll show you where the entrance is in just a moment. There's also the Royal Portrait Studio where you can bring your little ones in to get special princess photos or prince photos, all of those things in here. There's also a really good pin board in here I'd recommend checking out too. Now we're gonna head back here right by the castle. We're gonna make that right, and this is gonna lead us straight back into more of the Fantasyland area. Here's the end of Sir Mickey's right here, and over to the right hand side, just across from PhilharMagic, right past the carousel, this is going to be Princess Fairy Tale Hall, and this is where you can meet many different princesses, and out here they're gonna have the different ones listed that you can meet. So it looks like right now Tiana, Cinderella, and Elena is who you can meet here today, and you can also view that on the My Disney Experience app. Now over straight across that way, that's Pinocchio's Village House where you can get pizza. We got the carousel right behind us, and now we're gonna have another little intersection point. I'm once again gonna insert the map just so you can see where I will be standing. I'm gonna go past these castle turrets. I'm gonna go further, deeper into Fantasyland. I'm gonna make a little loop shape around, like as demonstrated on the map here, and we'll come right back up to this pathway on my right hand side in just a few moments. Now that I've made it further back into Fantasyland here on my left-hand side, this is going to be Enchanted Tales with Belle. This used to be a little show. You can go in and sit and kind of talk with Belle and Lumiere. Right now, this is just a Belle meet and greet over in this area. If that's something that interests you. Over here on my right-hand side, this is going to be the Mine Train attraction themed to 7 dwarves, and I'm going to talk about that once we get back around to the entrance, which is over from where I just came from. So we're just going to be doing a whole loop here around the Mine Train back towards where the carousel is. So now on the back side of the Mine Train, we have over here to the left-hand side, this is the Be Our Guest restaurant. This is where you can currently meet the Beast. It is kind of character dining, a little bit fancier dining, and this is a like preset menu, so you get an entree an appetizer and a dessert, so it's like a course meal style, and it is a little bit fancier. You know, you do need to get reservations that do sell up quite quickly because you actually get to go inside of the Beast's castle and explore the beautiful dining rooms and ballrooms that they have inside of there. So it's a very, very popular place, and of course you can also try the gray stuff in there. It's delicious. Now as I continue past this bridge here, again, that mine train is just going to be on my right hand side the whole time we make this loop. We're going to take a little stop over here to the left. This is just a little dead end, kind of little plaza area. Over here you're going to find, oop, there they go. Over here on the left hand side you're gonna find Gaston's Tavern. This is where you can get LeFou's brew and that big cinnamon roll you've been seeing all over Instagram. That's where this is right here. So it's a big fluffy cinnamon roll and then LeFou's brew. It's actually a non-alcoholic, almost apple juice tasting beverage. You can also get some really cool pictures out here. Straight ahead there are some restrooms, and over here on my right hand side is gonna be Bonjour Village Gifts. And if you're looking for any sort of specialty artwork, any sort of statues, any sort of canvas prints, any sort of art pieces are going to be sold right here. Now continuing my way around the mine train, again on my right hand side we're going to have a little popcorn cart, checking in on those popcorn buckets. Over here on my left is going to be Journey Under the Sea Voyage of the Little Mermaid attraction. This is going to be a dark ride attraction, very similar to the Nemo and Friends ride over at Epcot. You sit in a clamshell and journey under the sea. There's lots of fun lights and popular music from the movie. It can get a little bit dark for a moment, but otherwise it's a very kid-friendly attraction. Straight across from that is going to be the entrance and exit, and they used to have an Ariel meet and greet, but it has not come back just yet, but know that that is over here as well. On my right hand side we're going to find another spot to get turkey legs and pretzels. Now I didn't mention this place before as a spot to get turkey legs because this usually isn't open. I'm wondering if just because it's a busier day this place is open, but I have never seen this place open before actually. So this is quite surprising. Over here on the right hand side is going to be another vacation club booth. Again, if you have any more questions with that. Left hand side over there, that's going to be the little Ariel meet and greet, which is not currently operating. And now we're heading straight back into another area. This is an extension of Fantasyland known as the Storybook Circus. I'm going to insert on the map again where I am and where I'm headed. This is just going to be another little circle around some popular, little more kiddie area, if you will. This one walking entrance and exit to Storybook Circus. Over here on the left hand side you're going to see a blue umbrella with the guest experience team, and we're going to head right down this pathway as we exit Storybook Circus. We'll come back to that area in just a moment. This is just one big circle. We're going to start over here on my left hand side. This is going to be Big Top Souvenirs. We're going to go in there. This is going to be another big location. You can come in and just have a seat in some AC. This is also where you can get some frozen little slushy drinks or any sort of specialty desserts. So this is almost going to be an extension of the confectionery. As you can see, we have this big kind of window area, and there's going to be a bunch of specialty like cookies in there, Rice Krispie treats, all of that stuff. And then all around this is just a little store. They just have lots of like basic items. So they got little fans, towels, there's some hats and ears, some water and candy. There also is a little pin section and a pin board in this store, and it's just one big circle around this counter where you can buy all those snacks. Straight across the way here, right next to the sign, you're going to find Dumbo the Flying Elephant. There are two little areas where you can ride Dumbo. They have two rides here just to help reduce that wait time for you. This is going to be that classic attraction you see in all of the movies, just a spinner ride. You just get on Dumbo and just kind of ride around in the circle. Some cool little water effects, although you will not get wet. Straight ahead back there in that little theater tent is going to be an indoor playground where while you wait for Dumbo, all the kids can play, and then whenever it's your turn to ride, they'll let you know you can come back outside and ride it. So that's a good indoor playground you can do with kids so they can go inside and cool off and play while you wait to ride the ride. Now straight back here, over on the left hand side, right behind the Big Top Souvenirs, this is where you're going to find some more character meet and greets, specifically like Donald, Daisy, and Goofy. Pluto maybe sometimes back here too, but it's just good to check the My Disney Experience app to see who's meeting today. Looks like they have Minnie, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy back here right now. Maybe? I'm not sure if they're all meeting at the moment. Straight ahead here is going to be the Casey Jr. Splash Pad if kids need to cool off, get a little bit wet. Again, there's lots of good seating, some shade and stuff around too. It's a good way just to cool off with the kids back in this Big Top Circus area. Right to the left-hand side of Dumbo around this pathway, you're going to see an attraction called Goofy's Barnstormer. This is the kid coaster of Walt Disney World. It's usually a very, very short wait. The whole ride is like less than a minute. It's super quick way to test out your way and see if kids will like other roller coasters here in the park. This is one of the other outdoor roller coasters here at Walt Disney World that you can see. And then lastly, in the back of this big top area, this is going to be the Fantasyland station for the railroad. There's also restrooms back here too. So this is the only other stop here on the Walt Disney World Railroad, is right back here in Storybook Circus in connection to Fantasyland. So if you're in Main Street and you're looking to get to the very back of the park very quickly, you can always hop on the train whenever it does come back and just stop off here in Fantasyland. Exiting out of Big Top Circus, to my right hand side over there, that's going to be the Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid area. Straight ahead is going to be the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train attraction, and we're going to head over here to the left hand side. This pathway is going to lead us back up to that merge point we saw right up by the carousel. You might hear some engines revving because over to my left hand side is Tomorrowland, the last land here at Magic Kingdom we're going to be taking a look at in this park. Now I'm going to continue back this little pathway. Here's the map again of where I was before, where I just continued back towards Beauty and the Beast. This is going to be that little pathway that will lead me back up to the back of the castle. I can see it there over top of the buildings. To my left hand side is going to be that classic Mad Tea Party, the teacups attraction. Very, very spinny. You can choose how much your teacup spins, but the whole ride does spin too. So can get a little dizzy in there. Right behind that is going to be the Pinocchio's restaurant, Peter Pan, Small World, all that stuff's going to be straight ahead, and the carousel is just going to be off to the left. Over here on my current left is going to be the Many Adventures with Winnie the Pooh attraction. That is going to be a dark ride attraction that you ride in a honey pot and journey through the story with Winnie the Pooh and friends. You journey through Christopher Robin's book. And it's just a really fun little dark ride. You do kind of bounce around a little bit, which is a little bit fun. Can get a little bit dark in a moment. Now continuing over here on my left hand side, this is going to be the exit to the Winnie the Pooh attraction, and they do have a store called 100 Acre Goods. This is where you're going to find all of that Winnie the Pooh merchandise in here, like a bunch of little plushies, mugs, and home decor. Just next to that, you're going to find the Storybook Treats ice cream. Here they have lots of specialty Seven Dwarfs ice cream, specialty floats, and soft serve ice cream. Straight ahead of me there you can see the carousel, and we just went straight back that pathway before. That's the way to Beauty and the Beast. It's going to be straight ahead that way. The last thing over here in this little corner is going to be the Friar's Nook. They're known for their little tater tot treats, or like little potato barrels, hot dogs, just kind of like little grab and go items. Now if I turn all the way back around, this is the pathway I just came up with Winnie the Pooh and friends. Straight over here on my left hand side is the entrance to the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This is one of the most popular rides here at Magic Kingdom. This is currently the newest opening attraction. It did open quite a few years ago though. It's going to be the entrance right here. Just over there is going to be Beauty and the Beast. We got Seven Dwarfs, and then right on my right hand side is Winnie the Pooh. So I'm going to insert the map once again of where I'm walking to and from, and all the areas that we did highlight so far. Now we're going to be heading in the backside of Tomorrowland. And straight ahead is going to be that entrance to the Mad Tea Party. Now you can go around along the speedway, or you can stick over here to the right hand side, which is what I'm going to do. And see the sidewalk change its theming to Tomorrowland. Over here on my right hand side is going to be the Cheshire Cat Cafe. If you've ever wanted to try a Cheshire Cat tail, it's a very popular dessert. It's kind of like a crispy, like fried, like kind of like doughy croissant with like chocolate drizzle on top of it. You're going to find it right over here at this stand. There's also restrooms right around the corner of it, and there's some additional little seating over here underneath some umbrellas. Now straight ahead of me is going to be the Mad Teacups. Tomorrowland is over to my right hand side. We're going to go that way in just a moment, but instead I'm actually going to turn here past the Cheshire Cat Cafe, and we're going to go straight down this little bridge walkway here, and hopefully everything will start to connect here for you. On my right hand side is going to be those restrooms. My left hand side is going to be Tomorrowland. We're just not going to acknowledge that just for a second. I'm going to keep walking straight down this pathway here. And over on my right hand side, this is going to be the Merida meet and greet from Brave, and it does have the times listed there. You meet her back in that area. We got a little line over on this side. Now this bridge, oh boy, this bridge right here, this is right behind the castle. This is going to lead you up to Sir Mickey's and Bippity Boppity Boutique and Cinderella's Royal Tables, all going to be right behind the castle right here. Also, this little bridge is home to the Wishing Well. If you wish to leave your wish here at the Magic Kingdom, there's a Wishing Well on this pathway too, and I'll leave that a little mystery for you to check out. If you just go down this pathway on your left hand side, it's going to be the Wishing Well. If you're looking at the very front of the castle and you head towards the right, that is going to lead you over to this area. This is going to be the farthest bridge. Over here straight across I can see the Crystal Palace restaurant, and if I were to go all the way down this bridge, you would see the Walt and Mickey statue straight ahead of me. So this is the other bridge on the opposite side from Liberty Square. Right over here to the right hand side, this is going to be one of my personal favorite quick service locations here at the Magic Kingdom, and that is going to be Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe. This is where you're going to find burgers, chicken nuggets, all of those things. Over here to my right hand side, this is a very, very big quick service restaurant. There's indoor and outdoor seating, and you can watch a little concert show as it goes on. It's pretty funny with animatronic little Cosmic Ray here on my right hand side. So as I turn here down to Tomorrowland, Cosmic Rays is going to be on my right hand side for a little bit, and I'll show you where some of the other entrances are. Straight ahead on now my left hand side is going to be the Mad Tea Party attraction. You're going to hear some of the music change because we're now in Tomorrowland, the land of the future, the land of tomorrow. So here on my right hand side you can see more of that Cosmic Rays signage. Straight ahead here on my left, you can see Dumbo straight back there. This is one big pathway leading into Tomorrowland. So Cosmic Rays on my right, on my left we got Tomorrowland Speedway. This is where you can drive your own car. It is on a track though, so kids can see what it's like to drive a car. The pedal is in the middle of the car, so adults can control the speed because you can just stop and go as you wish, although you do need to keep moving through the pathways. Of course, there's no bumping. This is not bumper cars. This is just driving around our little Victory Center Raceway. And then the steering wheel, of course, the kids can choose to drive to on that little track. So much fun. You can also get your own little driver's license at the end of the ride if you'd like to pay for one of those. Here's some more Cosmic Ray seating as we continue our way straight into the center of Tomorrowland once again. On our map you can see there's one big circle with two little bridge entrance points. This is the final end here of Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe. Straight ahead on my right hand side we're going to see Star Traders. This is going to be a good place to check for mini ears and t-shirts in this location, as well as the current home decor that's being sold, which right now is all Halloween items. Lots of t-shirt options. There also is some exclusive Tomorrowland merchandise in here sometimes. There's a little ear and lounge fly wall too. If you're looking for any items themed to Stitch, that's going to be a good place to check it out. Now right over there is the Speedway. Now we're turning again more towards the center little circle of Tomorrowland. Right over here on my right hand side we're going to have the Tomorrowland restrooms right outside of Star Traders, and right on the other side is going to be Anti-Gravity's ice cream and smoothies. This is another place where you can get soft serve ice cream and floats and different things like that. Just past the Speedway once again, heading deeper in, we have a Vacation Club booth. Right on my right hand side is going to be that little ice cream place. And we're going into the center circle here. So I'm not going to talk about what's in the middle just yet. We're going to do a full little loop around and then we'll end over on that side. So I'm going to stick over here to my left just past the Vacation Club booth coming from Fantasyland. Over here the guest experience umbrella. And there's going to be lots of little carts all the way around selling different mini ears, water, and bubble wands. Straight ahead in this little back corner here we're going to find Space Mountain. This is the third and final mountain here at Magic Kingdom. And right over top of that you're going to see the People Mover attraction. And as I walk through this land you're going to see this People Mover track all the way around. It's going to go all the way around. It's going to give you a full tour of Tomorrowland. So if for some reason you do not know where you are going or what you want to do, you can definitely get on the People Mover and it will give you some tips and show you where some of the stuff is and kind of talk about what there is to do in this area. So if you feel lost on where to start your day, come over to Tomorrowland, get on the People Mover, and it will help give you some ideas of what you can do here. You can see that track loops all the way around that center. This is the center point I'm walking around. So again, here we have Space Mountain. This is a thrill roller coaster. This is all indoors and it is in the pitch black. As you journey through space, you're blasting off in a rocket ship. You do sit in a single car, like alone, like you don't sit next to anyone. People sit in front of and behind you. So if that makes little kids nervous, just note that before you wait all the way in line. Now over here, this kind of weird shaped building on the left, this is going to be that store where you could usually customize your phone cases. They would normally sell a bunch of like Disney tech items and whatnot. It's currently under construction because just beyond this pathway right here, you see that awning. That is going to be Tron Light Cycle Run. That's an attraction that's going to be opening later in spring of 2023. So this pathway will lead you straight back to that Tron roller coaster. It's all outside. It's a thrill ride. It's going to be in the dark and it lights up blue. And you do sit on a motorcycle type vehicle. So just note that before coming. May not be comfortable for everyone. but that pathway is going to lead you straight back to that attraction in connection to this store, which would also sell all Tomorrowland space themed items. So that is going to be your directions for here over at Space Mountain. If I were to turn, continuing our loop around, we're going to see another Joffrey's Coffee location if you're looking to kind of recharge for the day. And just behind that, you're going to see some restrooms along with a little pin booth right outside of Space Mountain. Continuing our little circle here around the Tomorrowland area, there's going to be a little stage over here during the parties. They do lots of different dance parties and little shows and stuff, and you're going to see some popular little Tomorrowland characters. The other day whenever I was here, I was able to meet Buzz, but now it looks like Stitch is over here on the stage too. You can go over and get some little pictures, a little distance away from Stitch, but it's still pretty fun. See more of that Tomorrowland track over my right hand side. This is going to be the far back point of Tomorrowland. Is going to be this show known as Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. This is the other attraction featuring Walt Disney's name. This is one of his original ideas over here. This is going to be a show. It is a little bit of a longer show, and it goes through the different decades of history and the advancements in technology, hence Tomorrowland, just kind of just showing the progress of tomorrow. So Carousel of Progress. So you go in this theater, and the whole theater actually spins around 2 different show scenes, and they sing a very, very classic song that I promise will get stuck in your head. Now turning around this way, we're almost around the full circle. Straight across from the Carousel of Progress is going to be the entrance to the People Mover attraction. Directly here in the center, you will need to go up an escalator to get on this ride. And then just to the right hand side of this entrance, you're going to see the sign for the Astro Orbiter, which is this queue right here. You will need to go up an elevator in order to go all the way up there. There is another kind of Dumbo style attraction, but this time it's themed to spaceships. So this one has a little bit more height to it. If you're afraid of heights, I would not recommend this one at all, because it does kind of feel like you're flying out of the spaceship completely, although it is super, super fun to ride during the fireworks. Would highly recommend the Astro Orbiter. So over there is Space Mountain on my right. You're going to see the entrance here to Astro Orbiter and People Mover, kind of on the back side of Tomorrowland. And I believe we're approaching one of the last attractions of the day. Right underneath here, the People Mover track straight ahead is going to be the entrance to Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. If you're familiar with Disneyland, they have the exact same attraction over there, but that one is called Astro Blasters. If you love a little challenge, little family fun tournament, this is going to be the way to do that. This is a dark moving ride, very slow moving ride, where you get a little blaster and you earn points to help save the galaxy with Buzz Lightyear. So we've officially made a full loop around. Straight back that way is going to be the Speedway, Fantasyland. Right behind this little tower here is going to be Space Mountain, Carousel of Progress, all of that stuff. Directly underneath of Astro Orbiter and People Mover, it's this cool tower effect. We have what is known as the lunching pad, and here you can get ices, little corn dogs, and Mickey Mouse pretzels. Over here, we also have a little place called Merchants of Venus, and that is just a place you can go in and sit and cool off. It's just indoor dining seating, an extension to the lunching pad if you just want to go sit inside and cool off. Now here on the map, I'll insert where I currently am. I'm exiting Tomorrowland. We did the full loop outside of Tomorrowland, and we're now heading back to the main hub areas. On the left-hand side over here, you're going to see the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. This is a show which is actually very, very interactive. The monsters on the screen, they'll talk to you, they'll tell you jokes, and you can actually submit jokes that they can tell as well. It's a great way to get some air, some AC, and kind of just sit down for a few minutes, and it's very, very funny. It's a really, really good show. I highly recommend. Lots and lots of fun. All right, guys, we're almost there. Here, this is gonna be that main bridge from the hub. Here it is on the map. Straight ahead is the Walt and Mickey Mouse statue known as the Partners statue. And you can see the little Tomorrowland sign here right above. So this is just that big bridge leading over from the center hub area. I'm not gonna go down this bridge. I'm actually gonna stick right over here, right next to the Laugh Floor. There's gonna be this little kind of rock work here on your right-hand side. Here's a straight shot into Tomorrowland. You see Astro Orbiter, People Mover, Monsters Inc. right over here on my right-hand side, Buzz on my right-hand side, and we're going to make this quick little turn in this corner right here. This little pathway is going to lead you right underneath the People Mover attraction. You can also get some cool little shots, pictures of the castle from over here. Looks awesome. Over here you're going to see a very, very popular Instagram spot. This is the Purple Wall. You can get some really good pictures. There's like never anybody back here, so you can always cool off for a minute and take some pictures. Now straight ahead of me, this is gonna lead me right back to Main Street, USA. Just beyond this building here, you can see the Plaza restaurant. That's the ice cream parlor. There's the Casey's little hot dog place, and all those pathways leading to the center hub area. So we're just across from it. There you can see the Tomorrowland Bridge. Now this place is known as the Tomorrowland Terrace Restaurant. You can book what is called the Fireworks Dessert Party. It's a separated ticket event. You come in here, they have a bunch of desserts set up on this little stage, and you can sit here, eat dessert, and you get an amazing, amazing view of the castle for the fireworks right there. So you could be sitting right here watching the fireworks, not in a crowd, and eating desserts. During the day though, you are able to walk through this building, and where you check in for the dessert party is just right over here near the Main Street side of the building, and they'll get you all set up and get you a good spot and all ready to go. So now you can see straight ahead of here, oh boy, is Main Street USA. I'm gonna put my little dot here on the map. You can see the loop that we just made around Main Street. So here you can see that Plaza restaurant, and that's leading, if I just took a left here, right around the ice cream parlor, that's gonna lead me back to the entrance and exit. And then right over here are some more restrooms, which may be nice to visit for when you have a spot for the fireworks. We did it. We made it. All the way around the Magic Kingdom. And here we can get one last good view of the castle as I walk down this center area.
I know, those are all the people coming in for
And just like that, we're back at the Ticket and Transportation Center, again with connecting monorail stops at Epcot, the surrounding Magic Kingdom resorts, the ferry boat back to the Magic Kingdom, the tramps, the parking lot, and any sort of Uber taxi pickup. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. Again, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments down below. Wishing you the most magical visit here at the Magic Kingdom. Again, if you have any questions, leave them down below or ask customers when you get here. We all want to help you. So with that said, hope you all have a great rest of your day. Remember to do what you love and do what makes you happy, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.